I'm just showing you my garden this morning before I start weeding. It's going to be a really hot day, so I won't get it all done, but I'll get a bit done before I have to go in and rest. So over there was a row I planted sunflower seeds and seeds for the bird seeds that we feed the birds in the winter time. And of course, the squirrels come in and dig up my seed and then go plant the seeds that they get from the house where I feed them their bird seed. They take that bird seed and they plant it in other areas of this garden. So I end up having to transplant. But as it sits in there, actually it's pretty interesting. There's a bunch of alfalfa and clover growing, and I didn't plant that. So that's just either in the compost or birds or something dropped it. Anyways, yeah, under there, I'm gonna cut a bunch of the alfalfa and that and give it to Studley Muffin and Slash today. They'll love that. So these are my different types of zucchini and squash patty pans. There were a few pumpkin seeds planted in here, but I don't know if they took. So in all of here, I will have several different types growing. One, two, three flowers right there. But I do have to cut back a lot of these big leaves. There's so many of them, and they shield so that the fruit will not grow. Way down in there's a little zucchini growing. It's a round zucchini. I think it is a round zucchini. So in here, so much, but I do have to trim back the leaves, otherwise they'll just kind of rot on the vine. So, can you see that? Look at, there's a zucchini there. There's going to be a whole bunch in here once I dig them out. So there's a ton of weeds. Oh, now, I think, I could be wrong. I'm wondering if those are fireweed plants. I guess I'll find out. Once I post this, maybe somebody will know. Oh, and of course this, if I didn't cut this for Studley to eat, we would get some seeds from that, which I would then put into the pasture. Those are my onions growing. Now those which are growing, look at the squirrels are eating them. I just don't understand why they're doing that. And that which they are not eating, they're trampling. Little brats. So we got squirrels fighting over there at the bird seed. Okay, so these are my potatoes. I did plant them early because they were growing out of control sprouting out of control in the cold storage room. So they got planted early, and these ones I think pretty much are done. So I will go in and start digging them up and see how they're doing, make some room for some others. Plus there's a whole bunch of thistle coming up that I need to pull and feed to the horses. Horses absolutely love thistle, and it's tremendously healthy for them. Again, I had rows. There were rows in here that I could walk through, but they've grown out so hugely. And that was supposed to be my corn rows. Again, same thing. Squirrels went in, dug up my corn seed, ate them. So I have to do something different next year because I really enjoyed having corn. And of course all this grass that's growing, it's all going to get weed whacked so that they can feed it to the horses. Look at it, isn't that beautiful? And I can't see in my picture. Can't see in the camera because I've got sunglasses. Anyways, it's beautiful. Alfalfa is a beautiful color. Let me see if I can focus in on its most beautiful color of alfalfa flower, at least in my eyes, because I love purple. So, okay, look at this. These grasses are as tall as me. This is my hip, my waist, my hip, my rib cage, and the grass is up that tall. So I was sick for several weeks here. Wasn't able to do weeding on a daily basis. Everything's out of control. But after this video, I will be. See, I did this. Took me 2 days, but I did that. And those were my carrots, and not much left. But I weeded a bunch, and then the squirrels mostly ate. You can see there, they mostly have eaten the carrot leaves, the sprouts down there. I don't know if you can see him. It's just a little baby squirrel in here. Our garden's electrified, but they know how to get in between the zaps. And I don't mind sharing with them. I just wish they wouldn't eat everything. Right? So anyways, I don't know if you can see him. He was motoring through. You see the grass wiggling? There he goes. They're cute. I like them. There's a baby striped gopher, if you can see him. Well, no, he's a striped squirrel. I always call them gophers. They're striped squirrels. 13-line squirrels, they're called. So, anyways, I'm going to... there's one of my... Let me see that? Let me see. There we go. One of my wildflowers that I did plant. Oh, there he is. Can we see him? It's really hard for me to tell. I can't look through my thing very well. See, there he is. Okay, little guy. There's two there. One and there we go. I can see that. I got them both. Alright, so they're not supposed to be in here. That's just the one. There's 2 little plots I asked them not to be in. We electrified and they still know how to get in, so they are determined to be brats. Yeah. Look at he's checking out. He's so bad. This is the, I don't know how many generations we've had now. This will be the 4th year that we've been here, so he's probably the 4th or 5th generation. And they're not afraid of us at all, but we don't do things to make them afraid of us either. Well, anyways, there's a little jaunt in my garden this morning, and it'll look much different once I get it all weeded down. But you can see, because we fertilize with natural fertilizer and compost. Now, can you see him? Yeah. That everything just grows like crazy. I mean, this is, I don't think I've ever seen other people's gardens grow this wildly from people who experienced. I still consider myself a newbie, but we don't use chemicals, we use natural, and so the soil is airy, which means it contains the water, so we don't have to water as often. We haven't watered now for weeks actually with so much rain that we've had. You can see there's still the dew on the leaves. I think you can see that from this morning. My legs are wet from walking in the grass. And these I have to transplant. These are my chives that I bought in Prince George 6, 7 or more years ago. And I've been plant them outside every summer, and then I bring them in every winter. And this is the first time they've gone this badly, that they're barely alive. So see if I can salvage them and plant them in the garden. See how